I can take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't gonna get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You gotta understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you gotta work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not gonna be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces, and then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know, that was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Game Kings 2, the definition of man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the women you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, the definition of game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Topsoil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Yo, we here. What's poppin'? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Hold on, let me pin this shit to the top so that you guys can get this going. Hold on one second, because we got to get the donate joint at the top so you guys can click the joint to donate. Appreciate everybody tuning in, man. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. And shout out to my lady April MC in the building. Shout out to Studio Her Music. Shout out to Monogamous Player. Shout out to June Sports. Who else we got up in here? AT, Captain Caleb. What's going on? Shout out to you, Omar. Steve, what's going on with you, man? Who else we got up in here? Shout out to Copy Paste Chris. Beloved, Marktavius in the building. Joe Blast in the motherfucking building. What's going on? Scales Fitness. What's popping with you? Lou from the 041. What's going on? What's good with your high profile in the building? Scary Hours in the building. Nick Morrison is in the building. What's going on? Efosa is here. What's popping with you, man? Appreciate you. Johnny Sins in the building. What's going on? So today we're going to be talking about never give women you just met your time. You understand? We about to go in. We are about to go all the way in because this is a very important topic. I got a few clips that I want to show you guys too about this topic. You feel what I'm saying? So that you guys can understand how to, make shit work out here in these streets when you're dealing with these women. But before we get into all of that though, right? Before we get into all of that, y'all already know what we got to do. Y'all already know. So let's just do the thing y'all already know we got to do. So make sure you guys go to CunninghamElements.com. Get the Masculine Identity Soap, Parfum, and Shea Butter, all 33% off for the Black Friday sale up until November 30th. So you guys got until November 30th to get this sale. The 33% off will be off as you are checking out. So when you check out the product, then it will give you the 33% off. So make sure you guys do that. Go to CunninghamElements.com to get that going. You feel what I'm saying? Then also make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com. Get that online dating consultation with myself in April, because remember, cuffing season is right around the corner. It is right around the corner. Cuffing season is right around the corner, people. So make sure that you guys go to shoplocario.com, get on the online dating consultation, because there's going to be a lot of women online trying to get cuffed up. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you get that cracking. Also get the massive game collection. Do it! You feel what I'm saying? Just do it. That is 24 of my products for one low price. Make sure you guys do that and get that cracking. And also make sure you guys go get Master the Vetting Process. You guys need to get this. This is mandatory. You have to listen to this, implement this, because this is like the foundation of, the best practices when you're dealing with women. You understand what I'm saying? Out here in these streets. You feel me? So make sure you go to shoplocario.com. Also, make sure you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com. Go to Masculine Identity Membership to join the Masculine Identity Membership so you can get up on the Monday Masterclass with Miles. Make sure you do that. Make sure you do that. Also, make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Make sure you go to Bad Boy Membership. Do that shit. And last but not least, make sure that you guys go to the Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. Locario, so that you guys can get up on the Bad Boy Show, so that you guys can check out the episodes. We do it once a week, and we talk about current events, and we also spit heavy game on the Bad Boy Show, stuff we cannot tell you on YouTube. So I'm telling y'all, get on there ASAP right now. Go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario to get that going. All right. So let's jump into this. So we're talking about never give women you just met your time. Right now, what does this mean? Because you're probably like, Locario, I'm confused. Like, what do you mean don't give them your time? Like, don't you gotta like holler at them and, take them on dates and all this other stuff, right? When I talk about never give a woman you just met your time, what I'm telling you is that you should never give women time that is irrelevant. You understand what I'm saying? So you're only supposed to give a woman relevant time. What does that mean? That means that the things that are relevant for shit to go down between you and the woman, right? So, for example, this is what, the relevant time is. It's, I hit the girl up, I set a date, she meets me on the date, we go on the date, right? Now, that's relevant because everything that I'm doing to interact with this girl is to make the date happen and get the shit going. You understand? That's relevant. What's irrelevant is spending 2 hours on the phone with her. What's irrelevant is fucking, checking up on her every day before the date. You understand what I'm saying? What's irrelevant is trying to get to know her before the date. All that stuff is irrelevant. That's you giving this woman you just met your time, right? Also, there are times where guys are going on dates, doing a lot of extra shit that they don't need to do on dates and giving women more time. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to show you something. Let me pull this up real quick. I want to pull this up real quick to illustrate this point. And this is, what happens when you are giving a woman, way too much time. You feel what I'm saying? And we're going to be looking at a video from, our favorite looks maxer, Austin Dunham. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to him. But I'm going to show you this video real quick. And we're going to be talking about, the importance of not giving a woman all this fucking time. Shout out to K Zaggin in the building. Shout out to K Zaggin in the building. Let me put this back here. Man. So is there any conversation or interaction that doesn't lead to action is unproductive? A lot of guys spend unproductive time dealing with women. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. You feel what I'm saying? But let's look at this video real quick. I'm going to, let me refresh it so I get it to the beginning real quick. Okay, hold on.
Take numbers.
Okay, so now I want you to hear what he's saying in this video. And this is an illustration of giving a woman you just met your time and doing way too much. You feel what I'm saying? Doing way too much. But let's look at this.
3 is not making it feel like an adventure. The first date in itself should be, honestly, probably the best date you guys have ever been on. I don't say that in terms of what you guys do or the amount of money you spend, because we still want to keep our investment low, but it's because you're not going to multiple locations or having the date long enough.
So what he's saying so far is that he said the first date should be like the best type of date you and this woman go on, right? I disagree. See, what happens is when you first meet a woman, right, she hasn't done anything to earn a really good date, right? Because remember, the date is just the background. When you first meet a woman, you are going on a date, but you're the main attraction. The date is just the background shit. This is just what's going on in the background as you two are interacting with each other, right? So the thing is, the idea of giving a woman the best date she's ever had or the best date you guys are, going to go on already implies that there's future dates that's supposed to happen with this particular woman. Who knows? I don't know if I like this chick. I don't know if we're going to vibe. We don't, this is the first date. We're actually seeing where this can go, right? That's one. But two, what he's basically saying is that you should go to multiple locations, right? What does multiple locations mean? That means you're spending more time. The question is, why are you spending more time with a woman that you are having a first date with? But let's continue and see what he's talking about.
This is where the rule of two comes into play. What is the rule of two? It means minimum 2 locations, minimum 2 hours.
So he said minimum 2 locations and minimum 2 hours. He said, dude has a minimum of 2 locations and 2 hours dealing with chicks. What the hell kind of foolishness is this? See, guys, this is why I tell you guys that, you should definitely go to badboymembership.com so that you can check out my program, How to Sleep with Women in Less Than an Hour. You feel what I'm saying? How to Sleep with a Woman in Less Than an Hour. So that you're not out here wasting time going to 2 locations. See, this is the thing. If you are going to go to 2 locations on the first date, the second location should be back to your crib to fuck. You understand what I'm saying? Why are you going to 2 locations that's like you guys are outside spending more non-sexual time in the situation? So you're giving her extra non-sexual time. Why? Why are you giving her more non-sexual time? And see, what happens is this, is that the problem is that a lot of guys think that they need to build rapport. They need to get the girl comfortable with them. They need to, go out the way to like spend more time with the woman, which would make them think that the girl is going to like them more, right? So let me spend more time with her. Let her get to know me more. We're going to do all these extra things, right? And then by that time, she's more comfortable around me. And then maybe she'll, want to have sex with me and see me as sexually attractive. But this is the kicker though. What happens is that when you're spending more time going to multiple locations, right? So you go to 2 locations, what you're doing is you're spending more non-sexual time with her, which means that you are giving her boyfriend energy. You understand? Without you even realizing it, you are giving her boyfriend energy. Why? Because boyfriend energy is you spending all of this non-sexual time with her. You see what I'm saying? See, the first dates are supposed to be short. Let's say an hour or less, right? Now, if it's going to be more, the more is y'all are she's going back to the place to fuck. You understand what I'm saying? You say he needs 2 hours to prove value. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, see, I talked about this before, and I actually have another program on the Bad Boy membership that actually talks about this, and it's called Rules for Giving Your Time and Attention to Women. You know what I'm saying? So, rules for giving women your time and attention, right? See, what you got to understand is this. The more time you give a woman, right, the less value she's going to see in you. The less time you give a woman, the more value she's going to see in you. I'm going to say that again. The more time you give a woman, the less value she's going to see in you. The less time you give a woman, the more value she's going to see in you. Now, this is the thing. A lot of guys will try to fake this, but this has to be some real shit, because this is the thing. If you have the mindset of a motherfucker who has game, then what happens is that you understand how valuable your time is. And what you're saying is there's a cost for my valuable time. So this woman can't get my valuable time for free up front. In order for her to get more valuable time from me, she has to pay the cost. And the cost is consistent cooperation. The cost is being submissive. The cost is her being consistent, right? But remember, this is the first date. This is the first time we're going out and kicking it. So now, what happens is it's impossible for her to do enough or prove enough for her to get that much time on the first date. You see how that works? So it's impossible for her to get more time because it's impossible for her to prove that she's worth more time on the first date. You get it? So by you giving her more time on the first date, what you're essentially saying to her is that, hey, either I think you're more valuable than me, woman, or my time as a man isn't that valuable, which is why I can just give it all to you and just do it right now. Hey, you're here, I'm here. Let's just spend more time talking and getting to know each other and kicking it and doing all this non-sexual stuff. Yeah, let's do that because you're worth it. And if you're telling her that you're worth it through your actions, what are you saying about her that makes her worth it? I don't know, maybe because you think she's hot, because she was born with a vagina, all these other things, which is going to make her be on the pedestal, which is going to make her look down on you, which makes her see you as less valuable. You see what I'm saying? Let's continue.
Minimum, I'm not saying that it has to be exactly that, but at a minimum, you guys need to go to 2 locations. This can be a bar and bar number 2. This can be a...
So he's saying minimum 2 locations. So you go to a bar and then you go to another bar. But why? Why?
Bruh.
I don't get it. He's like I said, guys don't understand that when they do that, they're treating the woman special because you're treating her special so early. She has no incentive to reciprocate value. You're giving her free value. That's a fact. Exactly. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Like, so we're at the first location, which is a bar. Then we go to the second location, which is another bar. But why? You understand? Like, because if you're at the bar, shouldn't you be flirting and building sexual tension? So at that first bar, the woman should be basically wanting to make shit happen with you sexually, right? She should be wanting to make something happen sexually in what? Less than an hour. So basically, this is how first date should go. I'm gonna tell you how first date should go. You're with the girl, you're flirting, building sexual tension with her within an hour. And then you either end the date by sending her on her way to go home, or she comes back to your place and then y'all fuck. That's it. So you meet the girl wherever you tell her to meet you. You build sexual tension at the place, and then either you end the date there and she goes home, right? And you see her again next week or whatever, or y'all go back to your place and you fuck. You understand what I'm saying? So the question is, what is actually the point of going to the second location? Right? See, what happens is that when guys are doing this, they're sort of mimicking the idea of kind of like the sort of like the 3-date rule. Even though he's going to only 2 locations in this scenario, he said multiple locations. Why not go to a third location? That's damn near 3 dates in one night. You understand what I'm saying? They're mimicking that, oh, we went from here to here to here. So now that we went from here to here to here, it's going to seem like she knows me more, which is going to get her comfortable with me to fuck. So basically, all this really is a guy tiptoeing around the pussy and hoping that, okay, because I took her out for longer and she spent a longer time with me, then maybe it's more likely that she'll want to fuck. Right? But it's like, what's the point of spending all this time going from location to location? For what? Well, let's continue.
A bar and a walk. This can be a walk, then a lounge.
So he said it could be a bar, a walk or a lounge. The question is, why do the extra thing when the extra thing you should be doing is fucking? You understand what I'm saying? See, I'm not even mad about the idea of the second location, but the second location should be fucking. You understand what I'm saying? It should be fucking. I'd even understand if he said, okay, you're gonna go to this bar, right? And then the second location, you're gonna go to this other bar and fuck her in the bathroom or something. Like, but I'm like, why is there no fucking? He said, why are his minimums two places / hours? That would be maximums. I guess, all right. But it's what I'm saying. It's like, where's the sex happening? But again, a lot of times what happens is guys spend a lot of time with women they just met non-sexually. Then they get confused when the woman doesn't want to have sex with them. And the woman doesn't want to have sex with them, or it's hard for them to get sex when it comes to these situations because they are giving women a lot of boyfriend energy. And so because he's giving her a lot of boyfriend energy, even if at first she was thinking about the sex, then maybe she might hold back because she's like, well, you know, I like him. He's cool. He seems like he has a lot of money. He's spending all this time with me. So how about I not fuck him? Because every time I fuck guys quickly on the first date, or most of the time when I fuck these guys, they don't call me back or it just fizzles out quickly. But this guy, he's a high value man. He's showing me that he has the money, he has the time, he has the energy to do all this non-sexual boyfriendy stuff with me. You feel what I'm saying? See, what happens is that when you spend too much time with a woman you just met, it's making her feel as if you give a fuck. You understand what I'm saying? And if she feels like you give a fuck, right, then she's going to want more of you giving a fuck. And more of you giving a fuck equals non-sexual time and attention. And this is what you're introducing by basically giving women that you just met your time. Crazy. Well, let's continue.
This can be an arcade, then ice cream. This can be ice cream, then a walk. Point is, you have to create movement within the date. You can't be stagnant.
All right, so that's pretty much it with that one. So he's like, you got to create movement. I don't know. Listen, the movement that you should be creating is to your fucking house to fuck. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Now, I want to show another video. This is actually from Game Global. This is another dude. And this sort of goes with what we're talking about spending a bunch of time and energy with women. But let's look at this real quick. And shout out to Ice White, because I'm actually gonna be on Ice White's channel this Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be talking about, polyamorous relationships, non-monogamy, and all that other stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So tune in to Ice White on Game Global this Sunday at 3 p.m. So make sure you do that. I'll send out some stuff. You feel what I mean? All right. So now let's look at what this guy's saying right here. And the title of the video is why you should stop asking women out. But let's I'm gonna start it here, and we're gonna go into what he's saying. Here we go.
With the when you go back at the cold bar for a social circle, that kind of like frame battle that we have. I think one thing that is glaringly obvious is with the cold approach stuff, they're trying to sleep with the girl as quick as humanly possible. And when you have that, I'm not saying it's a bad idea, I'm not saying it's a good idea, but you have a little inclination inside your soul that it's like, oh, if she hangs out with me long enough, she might not like me.
Nope. See, this is why we try to tell you guys and really reiterate this, that the game is not about women. You sleeping with the woman as soon as possible is not about her. It's about you not wasting your time. You understand that? So if you're in a situation, right, where you are dealing with women, right, you're making shit happen with women, and you're going back and forth with a chick, and this chick is not sexually attracted to you. She has no plans on having sex with you. She's not really feeling you, but she's very well versed in the game, so she knows how to, play around with you, make you think she's interested in all that other stuff, right? So now you're going to kick back, chill, go to multiple locations, do all this other goofy shit because you think, oh, well, I don't want to, talk about sex or, make sex happen because I don't want her to think I'm thirsty or whatever. So you waste all this time. And then when it comes down to the sex, She tells you, oh, actually, let's just be friends. I'm not looking for anything like that. You know, we got to get to know each other, whatever. So you wasted all this time because you were like, well, let me just chill with her non-sexually, right? I told this story before about one of my boys who met a girl at a park. He talked to her for an hour. And then he basically said at the end of the conversation, he was like, hey, we should like hang out sometime. Like, you seem cool, whatever. And then she told this motherfucker she got a boyfriend. So he spent the whole hour going back and forth with a woman. By the end of the conversation, when he was trying to exchange information, she tells him that she has a boyfriend. Now, he could have found out from the beginning that she had a boyfriend if he would have, from the beginning, was trying to flirt and build sexual tension and try to make something happen quickly. And then he wouldn't have wasted an hour. See, this is what you guys have to understand. Your time is important. Your time is important. You understand? So if you're wasting your time, right, what happens is that you can't get that time back. So you're sitting there tiptoeing around situations, not realizing that you're wasting time because there's women that you're talking to, flirting with, trying to make these things happen, and they're not interested in you. You understand? Exactly. You say you could have saved 59 minutes and 30 seconds. That's a fact. Imagine talking to a chick, a random chick, for a whole hour. A whole hour. But let's continue. Let's see what he's talking about.
Just a slight little subtlety of that. In order to have that, because if you were the most confident version of yourself, you would know it's just time, energy, the right place, the right everything. It's just timing, right?
So he's saying that, if you're confident, you know that it's all about the timing of the thing. No, it's about, is the woman sexually attracted to you or not? That's it. All this other extra shit is just pussyfooting around for no reason. Let's continue.
But a lot of these guys are like, oh, how can I do it quick, because she might find out who I really am, which is like a dork. Just that little subtlety right inside of them. And I've seen it. I can see it in their eyes.
No, and this is the thing. Let's say you're like, oh, let me do this quick so that she could find out that I'm a dork or whatever, right? Let's say she thinks you're a dork. Let's say she thinks you're a weirdo. Let's say she's not attracted to you. Guess what? It's better for you to know now than later. You understand? See, just like the example of my friend, wouldn't it have been better for him to know the girl had a boyfriend and wasn't going to fuck with him in the first minute versus taking a whole hour? You see what I'm saying? See, a lot of guys don't respect their time. You understand? They don't care about their time. If it comes down to women, it's like, well, she's bad, she's hot. I'll spend all this time with her to try to make something happen. You understand what I'm saying? I'll do whatever I need. I'll spend lots of time with her just to figure it out, because this thing, they have this idea that if you spend more time, then the girl's gonna like you. Like, if I spend more time with her, she'll like me. He talks about that too in here. Let's continue.
Can see the little speck of it, being like, oh, I got to do it quick. And I think with the social circle guys, either they've A, had a lot of experience, or B, they understand that if I spend more time with the girl, she's going to like me more.
Bruh. Guys, I gotta. Why do these guys think this? Why do these guys think, well, if I spend more time with her, then she's gonna like me more? Really? No, if she don't like you, she's not gonna like you more. And if she already likes you, you don't need to have her like you more because she already likes you. You understand what I'm saying? If I spend more time with her, she will like me more. Why do you need her to like you more? Because if she likes you, she already likes you. So why do you need her to like you more? And if she doesn't like you, then she's not going to like you more because she doesn't like you. You understand? So it's a waste of fucking time. And what a lot of these guys, they think is, this is what they think. They think, okay, well, this girl's not really into me. She's not showing me interest. But if I spend more time with her, then she will show me interest. So they assume that this girl who has low to no interest, right, is going to like them more if they spend more time. See, by that logic, you could say, well, if a gay dude had a tight mouthpiece and, you know, he was just hanging out with you more, then he'd be able to, you know, make shit happen with you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Yes, queen.
Yes. Because listen, all you got to do is spend more time, right? So if a gay dude wanted to crack you feel what I'm saying?
Bruh.
Then all he has to do is spend more time and then, you know, you'll like him more. Yes? I mean, I'm just going by the logic. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue.
Not less. And that was a big distinction between the two. And I noticed it between the two guys. One guy's trying to rush it a little bit quick. The other guy is relaxed. And I'm like, what's the difference between the two? Just slightly.
No, it's not about one guy's trying to rush it and one guy is relaxed. What it is, it's about you being able to spend your time wisely. You understand what I'm saying? It's about you being able to spend your time wisely. And the thing is that a lot of guys don't know how to spend their time wisely. Because what happens is that he's saying that the one guy is rushing and the other guy's more relaxed. The guy is not more relaxed. He's just basically wasting time and preparing to wear the woman down. Right? See, there's no such thing as rushing a situation with a chick if you're just being direct about what you want. Right? If you're being direct about what you want, that's not rushing. That's actually just being direct and not wasting your fucking time. You feel what I'm saying? That's what that is. But let's continue.
It might not be even noticeable to the common eye, but I can just tell there's that slight, for the cold approach guy, slight little insecurity in there. And because I had it. Remember, I was one of the pioneers back in the day of this bullshit. This is why it's interesting for me, because it's like, yo, I was cheating this shit in 2015. I was like one of the guys that were putting on about this. And so if I've had this change, it's because I've been through the whole timeline. I've seen everything, 10 plus years now. So I'm on this side because I can see the little subtlety differences between the two. And that makes a massive impact, especially when you're trying to find your ideal girls, your ideal environments, friendships.
Well, and also that's another thing too. You guys got to get out of the mindset of the ideal girls, because the ideal girl essentially is a woman who reflects you. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times when guys are talking about my ideal girl and my dream girl and all that other shit, what they're doing is they're making a game about women and looking outside and saying, oh, well, she looks this way, right? And then therefore, what happens is that this is the one, versus understanding who you are, what you want, and finding and seeing the women who are reflecting that, right? And those women are out there. You just got to be the one to make shit happen in those situations. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Hold on, let me see. Let me play a little bit more of this.
Those subtleties. All the results are in the subtleties a lot of the time.
All right, so we can stop that right there. But yeah, make sure you guys check me out this Sunday at 3 p.m. on Game Global. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you make that happen. Make sure you make it happen. But yeah, that's the thing, guys. You got to stop trying to waste all this time fucking with these chicks. You understand? Because most of the time what happens is that when you're doing this, what you're essentially doing is that you're dealing with women who may not like you and you're wasting time. So let's go to 609. What's poppin'? Who this?
Yo, what's up, Locario? It's Rudy, donated to Miles Cash.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. So what's going on? What's going on?
Oh, man, I'm just sitting back enjoying the video. You do a great job as always. And I just wanted to just say something, comment about the video or, the whole show that you're doing. That I just thought of something, and it's that the game has never really lied to me. And what I mean by that is, how you play basketball and they say ball never lies?
Right.
Well, it's the same thing, like game does never lie. Like the game has told me since I started learning it that if you don't deal with a woman on your terms, bullshit will always happen.
Right.
And an example of that is, remember the other day when you and Miles did that show and you was talking about it? you walk up to a girl and you say number and she says Instagram and you just walk away.
Right.
I remember this one time, right? And I recently just made a Instagram account. So I was new to Instagram, so I was trying to get followers. So I remember, right, I approached this girl and I said, yo, take my number down. We set up a date and I said, take my number down. And she was like, nah, I'll give you my Instagram. And I'm like, you know, usually I always charge girls like this, but you know what? I'm new to Instagram. I'm trying to gain followers. So fuck it. Maybe this doesn't count. Fuck it. Let's just go with it. Maybe this doesn't count. Bro, we had a date set up for 6:30 one day, right? This bitch, like, I hit her up to confirm earlier that day. She never responded. We had the date set up for 6:30.
Right.
This bitch texted me back at 6:45 talking about something. Can we move the date back to 9:30?
Oh my God.
And I'm like, she didn't even have the decency to hit me up before the date to even push it back. She pushed it back after we was already supposed to have the date.
Right.
But then the voice came in my ear. I mean, bro, she said Instagram when you said number, so what else did you expect?
Right.
And it just happened. So that's just what I wanted to say, Dad. That's an example. The game never lies.
That's a fact.
So,
that's what happens. That's real shit. That's real shit. Appreciate you, man.
And I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. What you gonna say?
I'm just saying, though, like, this last thing from that day on, like, after I saw that pattern, ask me if I ever took a girl's Instagram again. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I tell a girl, yo, take my number down, and she says Instagram, I'll still get her Instagram just so I could DM other women that might be following her. But as far as taking her serious or trying to make something happen with her, that shit is over with. Because the game has already shown me that ain't the way.
Right. Exactly. No, that's a fact. That's a real talk. That's a real talk.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, brother.
All right, that's all I was going to say, bro.
Yes, sir.
I'll let you.
Appreciate the call, fam. All right. I think AT was trying to call up. So AT, you can call back up and get that cracking. Yo, what's popping?
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Locario? This is AT calling, man.
Yes, sir. What's going on with you, man?
All right. You know, I definitely donated first.
All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. So what's going on?
You know, calling in because I definitely heard the topic of the show and, you know, 1000% agree with you because, you know, I've called in before messages about, you know, where I kept track of how many dates I went on, you know, different years where it's 30 dates. So I can imagine if I had spent 2 hours per date, hours and hours and hours I would have wasted. And most of those 95% of those dates went nowhere.
Right.
You know, so it's just like, so all of that time wasted. And I did that early on when I first got divorced, you know, thought it was like, oh, if you spend more time with the girls, I'd be out, you know, hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, going to multiple locations because I thought, like you said, it made it feel like it was multiple dates in one. At the end of those dates, 95% of them, you know, oh, you know, I'm just not feeling the spark or, you know, I'm starting to see somebody else, all kinds of nonsense. And then it was once I started, you know, following your information and others, it was like, okay, go out for a drink, you know, hey, you know, talk 15, 20 minutes. Hey, have a phone call before you even go out. See, even if you even like this person, before you even decide to meet, and it cut down on how much time I wasted or didn't go on dates because it was like, oh, they don't even really like me like that. There's medium to low interest.
Right.
There's like, yeah, maybe, or like, you see, I'll let you know my schedule. And like you always said, if it's not a yes, it's a no.
Exactly. That's a fact. That's a fact. And see, a lot of dudes, this is the thing, a lot of guys don't understand this because most guys are still at the stage in their mind where they are happy with getting any type of attention from a woman. So if a woman is interacting with them in any shape, form, or fashion, to them, that's like, ooh, that's an opening. So I could probably, you know, make something happen with this woman. But they don't actually see the signs that the woman is not that interested in them. They don't see the signs that the woman is on some BS, or they don't see the signs that the woman is going to basically waste their time in the future because they don't understand it because they don't have the game. So the problem is that so many dudes waste their time on hope. Like, oh, well, you know, she told me that she was busy, but she told me she might get back to me next week. Next week comes, he don't hear nothing. Then what does he do? He texts her. Then he double texts her, triple texts her. Now he's chasing this woman. You feel what I'm saying? And this is what a lot of these guys do, and they don't realize they're fucking wasting their time. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've been there, like you said, double texting or triple texting to the point. And this was years ago, early on, but making those mistakes to where girls were like, God damn, you know, my phone's not attached to me, or I have a life, or I'm busy. They would get, you know, upset when you're double and triple. I'm just trying to see what's up. When I didn't know any better, doing all that stuff, realizing like, you know what, hey, I send a message, she'll get back to me when she does. If she doesn't, then obviously I wasn't that important.
Right, exactly. And see, it's easy to gauge all these things. All you're looking at is you say, I do this, I give this instruction, I set this thing up. All you need to see now is, how does this woman respond? Is she reciprocating? Is she being cooperative? Or is she making this difficult? Is she, giving me the runaround? Is she being wishy-washy? All her response will tell you everything. But again, because most of these guys don't respect their time, especially when it comes to women. Like a lot of dudes, what they'll do is they'll throw everything to the side for women, right? So dudes, like I've seen videos where dudes talking about, I took work off today to see this woman. I tried to, like, I traveled all this way to see, like, they'll do all this shit for the women. It's crazy.
Right. So I had one question for you. So, I am finally just starting, like I said, starting a date, wanting to, see about a relationship. So seeing one woman for a little while, but I've made it clear, it's going to be open and there's not going to be monogamy. And she says she's okay with it. So we've seen each other for a few months now. And her, I guess, issue with me is that she's saying, like, look, I understand this is what you want. I don't give you any grief about it. But I guess at times when I'm out on other dates or with somebody else, I'm not available. So she might call or text and I don't answer or don't get back, for a few hours because I'm busy. So her thing is just that, like, yeah, I know you're doing what you're doing and whatnot, but can't you just be better? She was like, I don't want you to lie to me, but it's like, I want you to lie to me. I guess she just doesn't want to feel like she knows.
So this is the thing. And April already says, so what's your schedule with her? Like, when do you see her? So this is your girlfriend now, right? This is your girlfriend?
She's not a girlfriend, but it's going that direction.
Wait. So she's not even your girlfriend?
No.
So then what the fuck she talking about?
It's like dating to see if she could be one.
No, but this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that she's just a chick you're dating.
Yes.
So why is she talking about, when I call you, you don't pick up? Like, she shouldn't have any say or fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, she has no ground to stand on with nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, she's not your girl.
Right.
So how long you been seeing her for?
What was it, like 4 or 5 months?
That's it? Oh my goodness. Wait, AT, what have you been doing with this woman to make her think she could even fix her mouth to say anything like that?
Hey, I know I messed up, and during the sleep, I can already hear that, already now, sleepovers, all that stuff. So I've done all that kind of stuff,
Wait, so so she slept over?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's where I messed up.
That's what I'm saying. You see, guys, I want you to see, AT, come on, man. See, this is what happens. Whenever you are giving the woman an inch, she's going to take a mile and she's going to feel entitled. That's how they work. As soon as you make them feel like, we slept together, we freaking cuddled, we talked, we pillowed, all of these things are going to make the woman think she's entitled to all this other shit. Because this whole time I thought you were talking about a woman this is like your girlfriend that you're in a relationship with already. This is just a chick you've been fucking with for 4 months?
Yeah.
And so what is she saying? She's saying what?
That, like, she okay with it, but doesn't want to feel like she just knows when I'm with somebody else. It's like, I guess, wants it to feel like, okay, if I'm not with her, but then I don't answer, I'm disappeared for hours at a time or whatnot. Just doesn't want to know, like, I guess feels like, I know you're with somebody at that point and doesn't want to feel like that.
But this is what I want to know. Okay. So at what point, did she spend a night? Like, when did that happen?
I mean, it was early on.
Come on, 18. Come on. Early on, like how? Like when?
After like a month.
A month? So within a month, she was spending a night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, because this is the thing. So the problem when you're dealing with women, right? You can't take back what you already gave.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So now you're in a situation where she's even having the conversation where she's talking about how she feels about you with other women. But the reason why she's saying that is because she feels special in the situation already. You see what I'm saying? But then she feels special because you're having her spend a night and doing all this other stuff. You see what I'm saying? So so the thing,
it was somebody I had talked to you about before that I was seeing and saw for a while and tried to do, you know, the whole friends with benefits thing. And you said it's like, okay, it's either got to be your fucking or dating. So it was just like, okay, let's try it. So there was already history.
So this is a chick you. So this is a chick you was fucking from before.
Yeah, like we were messing with each other before. You know, I tried to do the friends with benefits. Thought I could reinvent the wheel. It didn't work.
Oh, so this is the same. Okay, so this is the same chick that you was talking about where you was doing friends with benefits type of shit, and then now you was trying to reverse it and do it over.
It was like, you know, we stopped seeing each other because she didn't want to do it. Then it was like, you know, came back, started seeing each other again. And it was just like, okay, like, all right, I will start seeing you, you know, maybe we can start seeing about a relationship.
But see, that's the thing. So basically what happened was you were in a situation where you were friends with benefits. Right. Then you tried to restart the situation and then you're doing the same thing.
No, but this time at least going for a relationship, then I wasn't trying at all.
No. This what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. If you're restarting the thing, you gotta start it over from the beginning. So that means that she needs to be vetted like a new woman.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like you can't. So even if you're trying to vet her for a relationship, you gotta start by fucking her. And that's it for the first 3 months. And then you got to go through you can't, so there's no there's no, what they call it? She can't be grandfathered in. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like she has to start from the beginning. You see what I mean?
I got you.
That's the thing. You can't just be like, oh, well, I decided I wanted to restart this thing, but I'm going to do the same thing I was doing. But then because I want to try to make it a relationship thing, then I'm going to do this. No, you have to put her through the process in order to prepare her to be in the relationship. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
Right. And also K. Zagan said this. You also don't understand that you're actually dating on her terms. Ultimately, she's feeling like she's about to get what she wants and you gave your power away. Exactly. So the thing is that she feels like she's like her being your girl is right around the corner.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's the thing. Cause basically this is what should have happened. After when you was doing all the friends with benefit shit, you should have been like, listen, you know, I fucked up. This is my fault. I misled you to think this was something that wasn't. So this is what we're gonna do from now on. We gonna meet up, we gonna fuck, and you gonna go home. And that should have been it. You see what I'm saying? And then do that for 3 months. Then you say, hey, listen, you know, you've been on point, you know what I'm saying, this whole time. So now how about we do this? We fucking, but we'll go out to eat tonight. That's when you start dating her. You see what I'm saying? It's all in the vetting process program. Did you get the vetting process program?
No, didn't get it.
Yeah, you gotta go to shoplocario.com and get the master vetting process. Because this is the thing. The reason why she's giving you a lot of grief about you fucking with other women and trying to do an open relationship thing and all that other stuff is because one, she feels like she's close to getting the relationship. So she feels like, oh, well, I'm worried about what this is going to be. But she's thinking that because she thinks she's already close. Right now, this is the key though. What the vetting process does is that the reason why it takes time is because it takes time for her to get attached to you to see how valuable the situation is so that when you tell her, oh, I'm going to be fucking other women, she weighs it out and says, you know what? Even though he's going to fuck other women, it's worth it because I'm so invested in him. So right now she hasn't done enough work to invest for her to realize how valuable the situation is. So right now she's looking at it like, oh, well, you know, I should just get this relationship just because. You understand what I'm saying? And with me having the relationship, I still feel kind of funny because I'm gonna feel some type of way about you with other women. What needs to happen is that when you vet women, what's gonna happen is she's gonna be like, damn, I worked so hard to get here. I really love this man. I don't want to lose this man. So he's telling me that I can continue to be with him. I can have this man I love. I can keep it consistent with him. I can have a man in my corner, and all he want to do is just fuck a chick for like 7 minutes every now and then. That's nothing. But now she's like, wait a second, you want to fuck other girls and blah, 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 and I'm going to feel the type of way, blah, blah, blah. And the reason why is because she hasn't put in any work to really get to the point where she feels she's earned the spot that she thinks she's about to get. You understand what I'm saying? So she already feels like she got you. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's important. You gotta, so basically what it is, and this is what I was talking about earlier, is that the more time you put in, the less value the chick is going to see in you, right? The less time you put in, the more value the chick is going to see in you. You see what I'm saying? That's why the vetting process is structured that way. Because when you first meet the woman or you first fucking with her, you're putting in less time. All y'all doing is fucking. So because she's attracted to you and she likes having sex with you and she's interested in you, right? She feels grateful for that little bit of time she gets to fuck you. Then as time goes on, she earns more time. You see what I'm saying? And then so what happens is that she's going to be more consistent and cooperative because she's been working hard to get this more time. So when it gets to the point of like the 4th or 5th month and you guys are actually going on dates, she feels she's earned the date because she went from just fucking to dates. You see what I'm saying? So now when you've been vetting her for at least that 12 to 18 months, let's say you've been vetting her for 18 months and now she's basically begging you, she's salivating at the mouth to be your girl, right? And you say, listen, we should be together. You should be my girl. But there's one thing you got to understand. You could be my girl, but I'm going to still be fucking with some chicks on the side, right? So this is the key. She may not even be happy about it, but she's going to also see the trade-off. She's going to be like, well, wait a second. So I get to continue to be with this man I love, continue to fuck with this dude that I really want to be in his life and get all this shit cracking. And all he wants to do is just randomly, every now and then fuck another chick. Shit, I could have been with a loser who's going to cheat on me, but I'm with a winner who's being upfront with me, telling me what it is. And I already see the value and I work so hard to get here. So then it's a smoother transition. You understand what I'm saying? And so you got, so the thing is you got to be able to do this right. So when I tell you guys to learn how to vet, it's not optional. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You have to, when you go against the game, this is the type of shit that happens. This is what I tell y'all. You see what I'm saying? So you got to make sure.
So now where I'm at, do I have to go backwards to start over?
No, see, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. With this particular situation, you might have fucked this shit up too much, bro. This is like this one.
Walk away.
Yeah, this one might be you might have to. You don't necessarily have to totally, get rid of her. But what I'm saying is as far as a relationship is concerned, you can see. This is the thing. I'm not saying you can't still have a relationship with her. What I'm saying is if you do, you're having a relationship with her based on the premise that you started, which means that you're still going to have to deal with that shit. So what's going to happen is that if this girl becomes your girlfriend, I guarantee you this is going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to be fucking around with other women. And then she is going to at first act like she's okay with it. And this is what women usually do because women are passive aggressive. What she's going to do is she's going to act like she's okay with it. But then she's going to passively aggressively be very negative towards you based on the fact that she's upset that you're fucking with other women. But she's not going to outright say it because she knows that she agreed to it. But she's going to passively aggressively be on some bullshit, hoping that you will stop. You understand what I'm saying? That's how women operate. So she's not going to outright say, oh, I don't like this and I don't want this and I wish you would stop. She's going to, for example, you guys might be watching a movie, right? And it could be, let's say you're watching a Marvel movie and Scarlett Johansson's dressed up as wearing in Black Widow or some shit, right? And she in them tight, spandex shit or whatever, right? So your girl will look at you while you're looking at the movie and she might say something stupid like, why are you looking at the screen like that? You're like what? She'll be like, I see the way you're looking at Scarlett Johansson. You see what I'm saying? And then you're gonna be like, what are you talking about? She's gonna be like, oh, so you just like look at women like that and ogle over them like that? Like you don't have any respect for women. You just see women as sex objects, don't you? Like, why do you always got like she's gonna get into arguments with you? You understand what I'm saying? Because the energy she's feeling because she's upset is gonna come out in those situations. You see what I'm saying? Because she's gonna feel like what you're doing is unfair to her and not right, and I wish you would stop. So instead of and this is the thing, because she knows in the back of her head that you're probably most likely not going to stop, that's why the passive aggressive energy is going to keep happening. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, I had that happen before with different girls where trying to the benefits and it's like, oh, why she look like somebody else you're fucking?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's all. Like with this chick, it might be a wrap, fam. Like, meaning I feel like you could still hook up with this girl and shit, but you can't do nothing serious with her. You understand what I'm saying? Like you spoil this shit. So what I'm saying is, if with another girl, you got to make sure from the beginning, if you're trying to vet her for a long-term situation, right? You got to vet her correctly. That's what I'm saying. You got to just, you know what I mean? Because if you don't, that's the bullshit.
Right.
Well,
man, I definitely will be taking what you said to heart and doing things the right way going forward. So I always, definitely appreciate the time and information.
Yes, sir. I rather appreciate the call, fam.
All right.
All right, guys. I'm telling y'all, you gotta be serious about this shit. Because listen, the game will always correct you. The game will always show. I'm telling you, the game is going to tell you through what's going on. It's going to tell you. You see what I'm saying? But I'm telling you guys, go to shoplocario.com, get master the vetting process. Make sure you guys get that shit cracking. And guys, call up. Call the numbers 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. Let me see what some of these questions saying. It says, if a woman is 99.99999% interested in me, is that still considered medium interest, or there's a word that's between medium and high interest? No, that's still medium interest. High interest is 100%. Oh yeah, April, you can call it. You can call it. High interest is 100%, not 99.99, 100. You feel what I'm saying? Like it gotta be all in. It gotta be all in. Oh, we got Charlie Kiefer in the building. What's going on?
Yeah, so I just had to call in here real quick before you. But
he skipped the line.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
So
but I just want to say some. Yeah, sorry about that. Thanks for taking my call, by the way. But I just want to add something real quick. Is that something I realized and I was thinking about today, and something that guys got to realize is that like when you treat a woman special, like that, you hear a lot of women like probably say it before where they're like, "Oh, I want to be special," and the thing about it is there's nothing wrong with that. And the fact of the matter is, every woman is special because all individuals are special in their own way, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But the problem is that when you actually treat someone special, which really you're not treating them special, like the last caller who called in before me, and I'm speaking from experience here because I did like shit like that before, because I had no fucking game. But the problem is when you, for example, like for me, I like to have casual sex and go that way, and then if we can get into girlfriend shit later, that happens later, right? And but the thing about what guys do is they think they're treating a woman special at the beginning by switching up their behavior. But really what that is they're pedestalizing, which is actually a form of dehumanization of the person without you knowing it.
That's real shit. That's real shit.
So like you think by caving to her needs, you think you're treating her as an equal, but you're actually treating her unequal, and you're treating her better in comparison to other girls based on what? Based on nothing. She has done nothing. Now, later on in the situation, the relationship, when she's earned, that spot as girlfriend or whatever you want to place her as, then you can treat her special, quote unquote. But even still, she's not special because I'm still going to treat her equal, just like every other fucking girl.
Right.
In the sense that, in comparison to my program, where are you in the title rank based on what you have done for me and where I want to take this? You know what I mean? Like you're not going to treat April the same way as some chick you just met, but you're still treating them equal in the sense of human value.
Right. Exactly.
And so that's why our guys fuck up is like they get in this thing where they're like, you know, and I have done this in the past, where they see a woman and they're like, oh, what I would do for her, you know, and they switch up their behavior because, you know, that's a form of self-hate. And, you know, that's a whole other topic. But, you know, I just kind of want to say this because, you know, never treat a woman special. Like guys think, like you probably heard that before, where it's like, oh, it's a cold world out here. Or like guys be like, oh, Locario's so cold. You know what I mean? But really, Locario is like actually a real motherfucker who is an honest, you know, heartwarming dude in a sense, because he's treating everyone equal. And women know that deep down.
Right.
That he's not looking for anything. He's treating you equal. So when he's telling you, I just want to fuck, and then if you don't want to fuck, catch you later, he's actually putting her in the exact equal position as every other woman.
Yeah, because this is the thing. What people don't understand is that when a lot of people, and this is what happens, especially when you guys are dealing with women, is that women generally tend to feel entitled, but you trigger the entitlement in a woman, right? Because remember, society has like basically taught women that they don't have to necessarily do anything to attract a man. And a lot of times on the surface, they don't. They just got to, you know, look cute and that's it, right? But in order to keep a guy, they actually have to be likable and so forth and so on. But the problem is that most guys, they start fucking with women and dealing with women, and they come to women bearing gifts, time, energy, putting the woman on a pedestal. So now the woman already feels important, or and sometimes she feels like she's better than the guy. So this is the thing. This is the reason why a lot of guys have a hard time dealing with women. And, you know, you even hear like guys be like, oh, a lot of the women, you know, they initiate most of the divorces. And, you know, it seems like, you know, guys have to do all this stuff to attract the woman, and the woman just has to like look pretty and blah, blah, blah. And it's because women are trained and conditioned, right? To want the quote unquote best guy and think they can get the quote unquote best guy just by them as women existing. And so what happens is that when a lot of guys start to bend over backwards, simp, trick, do all these other things, it's reinforcing that idea to women. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that when most guys are coming into these situations, they're doing way too much, which is continuing to reinforce it. This is why I tell you guys, when you first meet women, you're supposed to do the least. You understand what I'm saying? Because what happens is when you're dealing with her, she has to realize and recognize, well, wait a second, he's not like the other ones. That's already off top. She's like, okay, he's a little different. Now, one or two things gonna happen. She ain't gonna fuck with you because she's in her comfort zone and she's like, I'm not trying to go in that direction. Why fuck with him when I have 1,000 simps over here, right? But or two, what would happen is she's like, oh shit, I have to fuck with this guy because there's 1,000 simps over here. Do you understand what I'm saying? And he's the one that's not the simp, right? So when a woman recognizes that you're that man and that guy, what happens is that she appreciates you more because you are not being what she's used to receiving. You are different. You are showing her, wait a second. She's like, damn, so just because I'm a woman, I can't just get anything I want from this guy. I can't just do whatever. I can't just, you know, act the fool or show up late or whatever, and he's going to deal with it. Wow, this is different. And so what happens is she gets attracted and attached to that energy. And then so what happens is that when you're interacting with that woman and she's attracted to you, right? This is when she finally is actually experiencing a man. You understand what I'm saying? Most women, you gotta understand, most women have never experienced a man. You see what I'm saying? They've experienced males. You see what I mean? That's what happens. True. It's crazy. It's fact, man. And I'm also say one more thing. I'm gonna add another 30. Is like to your point. The irony of this is, you know, on the surface level, girls will probably deal with you, Locario, and on the surface level, they'll probably think, oh, what an asshole. He just wants to fuck. But then they think about it and it goes to their mind, and they're like, really, they realize that you're actually treating them as an equal and loving them for who they are and loving yourself for who you are. But in society, they'll probably say, oh, Locario's, you know, he's the asshole, you know, when really you're actually the nice and respectful guy, and you're the real guy who has motherfucking game, and not these guys who pretend to be nice, who are really just you know, manipulators of the highest order. And then, you know, and then women complain about these same men who, you know, they were trying to
they were dealing with them in the first place. If it really has nothing to do with the women, it's all the fucking Sims' fault. And I was like that in the past, you know, where this has nothing to do with women. It all has to do with guys who, like you said, have created that entitlement in society.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So,
because this is the thing. The best thing that you could ever do for a woman is allow her to earn her spots. That's it. You see what I'm saying? Like, if a man does that, that is the best thing you could ever do for a woman. The best thing. You understand what I'm saying? Because what happens is that when she earns her spot and she's actually your girl, your wife, or whatever, and she's earned it, meaning she's worked towards getting there, that means that she was in a position where a man was in the situation that gave her structure in order to prove that to herself. Because this is the thing. Most women at the end of the day, they're not satisfied with simps and tricks and guys who kiss their ass and love bomb them. They're not satisfied with that. They'll take it because on the front end, at least it's attention, and they can cosplay like they're with a man who gives a shit. But what happens is when a woman earns the spot, she actually gets a man who gives a shit. See, if a woman gets a man who actually loves her, that means she's worked for that. A woman has to work to get a man to love her. You understand what I'm saying? It's not free. That's what women don't understand. But what happens is that at the beginning, most guys try to mimic love. They try to mimic care at the beginning. Let me buy you flowers. Let me wine and dine you. Let me do it. They're mimicking. Do you see what I'm saying? And women low key already know this, but they're taking it anyway. Talking type shit. Right. It's like, yeah, they're going to take it anyway because it's like, hey, the fake shit is better than no shit at all. So I'll take this fake love and I'll take this fucking pretend that you give a shit about me. But when it's real, and most women don't get the real. So when a woman gets the real, then it's like, oh shit, like I've actually experienced being a woman because I'm with a man. Because remember, most motherfuckers, because this is the thing, most women who are married, most couples who are in marriages and shit like that, most of the women, right, are married to guys that they don't love, and the guy is just there because he's happy to have a woman, which means that he's the less attractive simp beta guy that she just chose because she couldn't really get the man she wanted. You see what I'm saying? So therefore she can't get the man she wanted because she's either never met a man, or if she did meet a man, she didn't reach that man's standard. So she couldn't get to the point where she actually earned the spot. You see what I'm saying? Right. That's what it is. They said I'm giving too much game.
No, but that's 100% fact. And yeah, I mean, you know, it's just straight fucking bars right there. But anyway, so I'm gonna hang up now because I know April is fiending to get a call in. You know what I mean? And no free calls either, April. So, but yeah. So anyway, thanks for taking my call, and I'll catch you later.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. All right. So April MC about to call up. April, you can call up now. You can call up. But yeah, I'm telling you, man. Most women have never met a man. It's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate. And this is why you gotta allow a woman to earn her spot. You gotta allow the woman to earn her spots. All right, we got April in the building. April, what's going on?
Hello.
What's up?
How are ya?
I'm good. How's everything going?
Everything's lovely. So I gotta say, I'm so upset with AT.
Well, stop it. Shout out to AT.
He knows better.
Listen.
But I will give him this. I think this was like a great learning experience for everybody listening, because if you've been listening for, a while, you know that AT has really followed like the coachings that, you've given him, et cetera, et cetera. And I think it just goes to prove that, in a moment of weakness, if you will, people can kind of backslide into their bad habits. And I think, especially right now, I think it's so fitting for like what he called in talking about, like, I know, I did this wrong. There was spending the night, and there was all this free, non-sexual attention, and yada, yada, yada. And I think that I mean, we've had numerous conversations lately about cuffing season.
Right.
And what is and isn't acceptable. I do think we need to do like the do's and don'ts of cuffing season. But the reality is that my idea of cuffing season and your idea of cuffing season are two very different
I know.
realities. But I think that, you know, people tend to accelerate that. And I think as long as, you know, you're putting it out there that, like, listen, this may just be like a, you know, September to February romance, and like, let's live it for what it is, and, you know, throw caution to the wind or whatever. But, you know, I think that being said, like, you've got such great programs that could help these guys through this, really, you know, like the vetting process, and obviously our online dating consultation.
Right.
Like, are you doing anything for Black Friday?
Oh, yes. We do have actually a Black Friday sale on shoplocario.com next week. So Abel did the good setup. Hold on. I'm going to play the advertisement. So guys, I'm going to premiere the advertisement for the Black Friday sale on shoplocario.com. But listen, it's not going to be right now. It's going to start November 27th.
Night, right?
Yes. No, it's going to start Thanksgiving Day. So as soon as November 27th, it's going to start. Yeah, so you get an extra day. So check this out real quick. I'm going to play it right now. Here we go.
Are you tired of not getting any buns? Are you frustrated because you're not getting any box? You're like pissed off because you don't know how to attract women? If you answered yes to any of these questions, I have the thing for you. I'm having a Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale on shoplocario.com. My name is Mr. Locario. I am the bad boy of the dating game. And if you go to shoplocario.com from November 27th up until December 1st, you are going to get to take advantage of the Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale, where I'm going to have 25% off on all the products on the site, right? So for example, one of my products is the Massive Game Collection, which is 24 of my products in one bundle that you can get. You can also get Master the Vetting Process, which is an awesome product that teaches you how to vet women. And this product has multiple 5-star ratings. Matter of fact, it's all 5-star ratings. That's how good this product is. Also, you guys can get an online dating consultation with myself and my lady April, and we'll teach you how to get the pictures that are going to get the attention of the women. We also are going to do the bio in the call. So we're going to help you fix your bio in the call. And we're going to teach you how to send the messages to get the woman off the site to come meet you in person, right? So all you have to do is go to shoplocario.com. Check out all of the products. I have other audio and video products. I have all these things that you guys can get to step up your game. All right. So go to shoplocario.com, get 25% off on all these products, and I'll holler at you later. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out.
All right, there we go. So next week we're gonna have the Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale, where it's gonna be 25% off all of the products and services on shoplocario.com. So make sure you guys, check that out. So it's going to be next week, the 27th. This is going to start. So we're going to, remind you guys, going to keep reminding you guys and all that other good stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
So they could get an online dating consultation with us for 25% off.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So I'm telling y'all better get up on that.
You guys
better get up on that.
Listen. This was very strategically done, because I was like, listen, we got to give these people 2 Fridays, because, if they get paid this week, but they spend all their money before next week, and at least we're like giving you guys like potentially 1 or 2 paydays to like save your coin,
right?
And, get in there and take advantage of all the products.
Right.
25% off on everything that's on shoplocario.com. The prices are going to be marked, right? Starting on Thursday.
Right. So basically when you go on there, the price is going to already be down 25%. So whatever the price says, that's what the price is. And then you just, click on it, purchase, and then that's it. You feel what I'm saying? So all the prices are going to be lower, 25% off on Thanksgiving. So make sure you guys tune in, and we're gonna remind you guys and all that other stuff so that you guys can really get up on that. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys do that.
I love it.
And get that cracking. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Yeah,
That's
man.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Anything else to say, April? Before we wrap it up.
Nah, I think I'm good. I just wanted to make sure that we were doing something for Black Friday.
That's what's up. That is what's up.
And make sure that, that as you're teaching the babies are actually trying to learn something here.
Exactly. That's a fact. That's real talk. That's real talk.
All right.
All right.
Have a great rest of your show.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
So yeah, Omar, it's gonna be next week, Thursday. So next Thursday, which is the 27th, that's when it's gonna start. You feel what I'm saying? So we'll remind you, you know what I'm saying? We might even do a live stream on Thanksgiving night. Who knows? We might make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Just to get that shit cracking after you guys eating all your food and everything, you know what I mean? So we might do one Thanksgiving night to get that cracking. We'll see. We will see. So let's see what some of these questions are saying. It says, is there a proper way to demote a girl without drama? That's a good question. So what happens is this: when it comes to demoting a woman, right? You have to first understand that when you're demoting her, you don't need to tell her you're demoting her through your words. You demote her through your actions first. Then usually what happens is that the girl's going to recognize and realize, wait a second, like something's different. And then she's going to bring it up in most cases, right? So once she brings it up, you say, hey, look, this is happening because this other thing happened the other day. Now, if you want this to change, then that thing that happened that we talked about can't happen anymore. You understand what I'm saying? So you could have checked her the other day. So let's say the girl did something, she shouldn't have been doing. You checked her. He's like, that's not cool. And then what you do is you demote her. So let's say it's a fuck buddy type of chick. You see her maybe once every, 2 weeks or whatever. And then let's say it went from once every 2 weeks to once a month. And then she sits you up. She's like, I noticed we haven't really been seeing each other. You've been kind of missing in action. Like, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. And you say, hey, remember that thing you did? That wasn't cool. So this is what we're going to be doing now. Now, if you want it to change, then, just make sure you don't do that type of stuff and it'll go back to where it needs to be. Right. But the thing is that you got to basically show through your actions that things are changing because of the fact that she did the shit that she was doing, and she got to fix that and be consistent with that. Do you see what I'm saying? And then once you see that she's been consistent, then it's like, okay, cool. Now you're getting it back to where it was. And then she sees that. You see what I'm saying? And then if it happens again, though, then you might have to charge us to the game, but she's on that BS. He said, does you game have to be perfect if she is truly interested? What do you mean? I don't understand that question. I do not understand that question. You gotta rephrase that, fam. I don't know what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? You gotta rephrase that. Or you can call in. You feel what I'm saying? What time is it? We'll probably do another 10 minutes and then we're gonna wrap it up. But guys, at the end of the day, man, when it comes to this topic of, when you're just meeting women, and it's interesting, I'm glad AT called, because that was like, the perfect call for the topic, is that you guys got to be careful with your time. You understand what I'm saying? Be careful with your time and your energy. You said, going back to that demoting a woman question, is it best to address the situation head on or still show the demotion through your actions and then explain why she's demoted? Yeah, so you address the situation. So let's say you've been seeing a girl for 6 months, right? And y'all, you go out, y'all go get something to eat and y'all fuck or whatever it is like that, right? So then let's say she, like said something or did something you didn't like, right? And then because she did that, you address it like, hey, I don't appreciate that shit you did, blah, blah, blah. That can't happen again. Right. And then let's say the next 2 times y'all meet, y'all don't go out. She just comes over, y'all fuck. And then she asks you, oh, how come, we haven't been going out? Like we haven't been on a date. Oh, well, remember that thing you did the other day? That's why we're not going out on a date. That doesn't mean we're never going to go out on a date, but I'm going to need some time to see if, I want to take it to that next level again. Do you see what I'm saying? So basically you're doing something twice. You're first checking it at the first time it happens, and then you're reminding her through the action that you doing this is the reason why this is occurring. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like almost double. It's like, fuck, okay, he checked me that one time. Shit, I fucked up. And now these are the consequences of me fucking up. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's the thing, right? Now, in a lot of cases, depending on what the situation is and what's really going on, is, if let's say you were vetting this girl to be your girlfriend, right? In those situations, right, you can still continue to vet her, but it's still up to you whether or not you want to continue to vet her to be your girl, or you say, well, you know what? She's shown me through what she did that I'm not really feeling her as a girl now, but I'll still fuck her. We could still do that, but she's probably not going to be my girl at this point, right? And at that point, that's up to you whether or not you want to make that happen. Usually the best course of action is when you're dealing with a woman where the whole vetting process, she's on point. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you want it to be a thing where, because this is the thing, when a woman is really feeling you, right? And she wants to be your girl and she wants to continue shit with you and everything like that. What happens is that the cooperation is usually going to be smooth the entire way. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to be smooth the entire way. Because what a woman will do is that, just like, for example, when you first meet a girl and she's attracted to you and you're going on a first date or whatever, y'all first get together, she's putting her best foot forward, right? When you're dealing with a woman and she's really into you and she wants something long-term and she's like following your lead and she's doing all these things, she's putting her best foot forward damn near the whole entire time, right? If there's something fucked up going on, she'll try to not let you see it. She will try her best to not get in her feelings and bring that energy towards you. It's like she's almost damn near perfect at that point. You understand what I'm saying? She's almost damn near perfect, right? Because what she's trying to make happen is that she doesn't want to piss you off, get you angry, frustrated in any type of way, because she doesn't want to lose out on the situation. So she's doing what she needs to do on point the entire time. Now, this is the reason why she's doing this. And this is something that a lot of you guys got to understand. She's not really doing this just on her own. She's doing this as a result of you being consistent, as a result of you being that guy, right? So the fact that you're consistent, you're on point, you have a structure, she's trying her best to fit into the structure. So a lot of times guys get confused with this vetting thing, is they think that, oh, I could just kick my feet up and do nothing, and the girl's just supposed to be cooperative the whole time. Her cooperation is in direct correlation to you being consistent as a man. You understand? I want you guys to really understand this. Her cooperation is in direct correlation between you being consistent as a man. So you can't be an inconsistent loser weirdo and expect the woman to be cooperative to you. It's not going to happen. You understand what I'm saying? Her cooperation is in direct correlation. It's a direct reflection of you being on point. So basically what happens is this: you can't ask her to be on point if you're not on point. You have to be on point in order for her to be on point, because the reason why she's on point is because she's mimicking you being on point. And so she wants to be around you, continue to make shit happen, because she's like, this guy is so on point. I want to be with him. I want to be in his life. And so because I see that he's on point, I, as a woman, have to step up my game to be on point so I can continue to be here. You see what I'm saying? That's how the shit goes. You see what I'm saying? So when you're vetting women, and this is why I tell you guys, make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com and get the program Master the Vetting Process. Because in order for you to get that level of cooperation, you have to be on point on your end of the situation. You see what I'm saying? So this is not a thing where, you just do whatever and the girl's just supposed to bow down. You understand what I'm saying? You see what I mean? Because part of her cooperation is the fact that she wants access to you. Why does she want access to you? Because you're that guy. And the guy who is that guy is on point. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what it is. All right. So people, man, that's pretty much it. We're about to wrap this shit up. Guys, make sure that you guys go to shoplocario.com, badboymembership.com, masculineidentitymembership.com, and cunninghamelements.com. Also go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario for the Patreon. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure that you guys get this shit cracking. And also tune in tomorrow for the Friday show, 4:15 with myself and Miles. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys do that. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. And I will holler at you guys later. And remember, guys, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out.
Are you tired of not getting any buns? Are you frustrated because you're not getting any box? You're like pissed off because you don't know how to attract women? If you answered yes to any of these questions, I have the thing for you. I'm having a Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale on shoplocario.com. My name is Mr. Locario. I am the bad boy of the dating game. And if you go to shoplocario.com from November 27th up until December 1st, you are going to get to take advantage of the Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale, where I'm going to have 25% off on all the products on the site, right? So for example, one of my products is the Massive Game Collection, which is 24 of my products in one bundle that you can get. You can also get Master the Vetting Process, which is an awesome product that teaches you how to vet women. And this product has multiple 5-star ratings. Matter of fact, it's all 5-star ratings. That's how good this product is. Also, you guys can get an online dating consultation with myself and my lady April, and we'll teach you how to get the pictures that are going to get the attention of the women. We also are going to do the bio in the call. So we're going to help you fix your bio in the call. And we're going to teach you how to send the messages to get the woman off the site to come meet you in person, right? So all you have to do is go to shoplocario.com, check out all of the products. I have other audio and video products. I have all these things that you guys can get to step up your game, all right? So go to shoplocario.com, get 25% off on all these products, and I'll holler at you later. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out.